Welcome to the Spectra Ocean Dream Circuit. Racers, start your engines. Racers, start your engines.
Just dropped in from the daydream. You know I always gotta cause a big scene. Gotta make everything about me. Think about problems while you ignore them, then you ain't got none. Oh, what a wonderful way to live. Cold, magnifying the things I did. I know something has got to give. I wait for the veil to lift.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the ERS Racing League. My name is Pixel Thomas and today we are back here in Australia. We got a full lobby today, which I'm looking forward to. We had a little bit of issues here and there, what I can see with other players joining the lobby. Any second out, there we go. We should be seeing the grid. The weather is looking kind of cloudy from what I can see, but I'm looking forward to it. We have a lot of fast people here in the server. We have quite some new folks, and of course the other folks that are already in the league driving today. So I'm looking forward to it. We will be driving on, you see, oh, it's Jared already way up ahead. We'll be driving here in Australia, the track which we have been on not too long ago as well. So not going to be too interesting, I assume, but it's still going to be a lot of fun. Track is pretty simple, in my opinion. But it still is quite tricky here and there. So I'm looking forward to watching all the overtakes happen, since the walls are really close to the track at some points. But I don't think that should pose too much of an issue. Yeah, we are here. I hope the stream quality and audio is good. As we, of course, are streaming on all three platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, for everybody to be able to see it. And Jared almost goes into the wall, trying to go through the last corner. I don't think he should go for a time lap, but he is going for it, and this will be our first try at the time lap from Jared right here. Okay, so far, well, that was just the first two corners. But don't mind all the yellow flags that are being shown in the, I guess, in your view, in the little HUD. Oh, and there goes Jared's time lap. Ay. But yeah, all the yellow flags are just people going out of the way to make sure that the people that are going on their time laps can just go and try in their time. Let's go on board with OK. And it is looking pretty smooth so far. His battery is holding up well. I still forget how long that corner is. Such a great corner. I wouldn't even call it a corner because that's how long it is. But I am looking forward to see how the weather will change, because it looks like it might rain during qualifying. It is really, really misty, really, really cloudy. So, yeah, I am looking forward to see how that moves, because basically everybody that sets their time right now will basically always have a faster time. And that is both Kick Saubers setting their time laps. OK with a 1:16.6 and DJ Panda with a 1:17.9. Here we go. All the other people are slowly setting their times right now. They are coming in. We have plenty of time left for all the other drivers set their time. But these will be the first ones. And it is Lost Boy P1 with a 1:15.8, and then followed by Janice with a 1:16.366. But yeah, we will see a lot of position changes happen right here, right now, before the race and the qualifying, of course. So I am looking forward to see how close the times will get. Yesterday, when me and Jared were commentating Tier 6, the times were really close together. So that was really fun. Wakey sadly got his lap disqualified. I guess we'll go on board with Thomas. Another Thomas instead of me. Let's see how he performs. I think we've had him race already, I think, in Tier 7. But I do not really recall his performance, so I'm looking forward to see what he has in store for us. But yeah, like usual, the qualifying will be a bit more calm with with the commentating as well, as we are just basically watching everybody do their own laps, set their own times, and the real race can begin after the qualifying, of course. This is a short qualifying format, no Q2 or Q3, just Q1. But yeah, if you have the time, go get some popcorn right now. Go get some drinks. Get yourself comfortable, because this is going to be a fun one with this full lobby that we have right now. Here we go. Thomas, what will he set? It will be a 118.3. Lumbergumber should be coming in. Never mind, he is going in the pits. And we have Wakey, who is halfway down the track. We have a lot of people in the 116s and 117s, but Lost Boy so far is the only one with a sub 16. Look forward to see how many people will join in there as well, since the track is slowly warming up as people are getting used to the track and stuff. We will probably see those times get closer and closer together. Here we go. Wakey will set 117, 18, 19 even. Wakey will set a 119.2. I'm interested to see what Mattis will set. He has a 128, just basically did like a weight lap and then went for it, but it didn't work for him. Let's see how Jared will perform now that he is once again on the time lap. Fastest second sector. But I think that instantly got snatched away by Rexon. Indeed, Rexon instantly snatched it away. A bit slow through that corner. Guessing like 116, 117. 118, 118.4, getting P15. Let's see what Rexon is able to do. A 117.9, just barely sub 18, getting himself P13. And it is just Lumbergumber who is yet to set their timed lap. He is on his out lap, however, so we will be we definitely will be going on board with him as he sets his timed lap. However, Borkus is half a second faster, almost through Sector 1. Getting a little bit of grass there. Almost a second faster. No fastest second sector or first sector though. Lumbergumber has just started his time lap, but we will be watching Borkus finish this one, and then we'll be going on board with Lumbergumber. Here we go. I am guessing in 116 by how greatly he is improving his time. And indeed, barely 116.913. Let's see what Lumbergumber is doing. He just got the fastest first sector in typical Lumbergumber fashion. Lost Boy might have himself a rival. Yesterday, both of them were racing, but Lost Boy sadly had to DNF due to some EA tomfoolery. But Lost Boy is also on his outlap, so I'm looking forward to it. There we go, Lumbergumber with fastest second sector as well. And here we go. I am guessing 115 as well. Maybe even faster. 115. Woo! Barely behind Lost Boy. Lost Boy somehow held up P1 with his first time, even though he got the fastest third sector as well. Lumbergumber just wasn't able to do it. 0.05 of a second behind. But Lost Boy now already improving himself with a 10th. Getting the fastest first sector. improving his time by 0.2 of a second through Sector 2, also getting the fastest second sector. Battery is almost drained, however. Through the last corner we go. I think this might be a 1:15.5. And I'm correct. 1:15.599. Just further improving his time, showing that he is rightfully on pole position currently. But we don't know what... Oh, there we go. And it is... Where did he teleport to? I lost him. Where did he go to? I am blind. You know what? Never mind. Just forget whatever I tried to do. Okay. I think it was Metis, but I'm not sure. Who just set his timed lap. Now with a 1:16.8, a beautiful time, perfectly in the middle of the entire field. So we'll definitely have an opportunity to even aim for himself for podium, but definitely some good points that he can gather. See, Daxi is improving his time, 0.2, 0.3, getting the fastest second sector. Looking good. Here we go, last chicane. Guessing 1:16 lower. Yeah, low 1:16. Perfectly getting himself P3 with that. Beautiful time. Great lap. Everybody is just improving themselves, getting the fastest sector, fast sector here. Okay. Currently in P6, also getting the fastest second sector. Looked like track limits, but he got really close to it. Coming through, and where will he find himself? Ending up a 1:15. No, never mind. Just barely improving his time, not being able to win another position. Even though he got like a fast second sector. Don't know if Thug by Nature is going for a time. He isn't using his battery. So I think he might do it later on. Let's have a look at Wakey. He also isn't using his battery. Really weird stuff. And Jarrett is, however, but I don't think he is improving his time from what I saw before. Yeah, he's going into the pits. Rexon once again got his lap disqualified. Borkas is behind. Okay, is behind. Everybody is in the pits currently. But I think we shall soon see the entire track fill up since we have less than 4 minutes remaining on the qualifying. So people will have to go out once again to set their final lap, because it will have to happen right here, right now, because otherwise they are too late for it. So everybody should be going on their outlap soon, as you can already see a train starting to form through Sector 1 right now. And here comes Thomas, who is just now going through turn 1 on his time lap. Currently P19 with a 1:18.3. How will he perform compared to the rest? A lot of people are in the 1:17s. A lot of people are in the 1:16s. Oh, he almost lost it. Saves himself, but I don't think this will be it. He will probably have the time to finish this lap, then instantly go for the next one on older tires, because I don't think he has enough time to go through the pits and then out again. You can see that some other people are going out of the pit boxes as well. A lot of people are. But let's see what Lumbergummer will be able to do. I don't know what it means that his lap is disqualified on his out lap. But I think the moment he goes through, his lap will count. 2.5 minutes remaining in the qualifying. Lumbergummer is gunning it down the straight. There we go. That is the start of his timed lap. We have our first person retiring, and it is Wakey. And Lumbergummer instantly lost it. So I think he either has to gun it down the track and see if he... Nah, he doesn't really have to gun it down. But he seriously has to watch out because he will have to do his next lap on older tires. 2 minutes remaining. But it seems like people are struggling on this track setting their timed laps. A lot of laps that got disqualified that I am noticing. Same for Dave right now. His lap got disqualified as well. They will have to watch out. They will have to hurry. Otherwise, nobody is able to set a timed lap. A lot of people are on their time lap currently. I think it's Lost Boy that is ahead just now. And his lap got also disqualified. Oh no! They will have to watch out because otherwise it's too late. Whoa, Bicky as well going off. The pressure is getting to people. Everybody is messing up their timed laps. I don't think anybody is really able to improve their time. Bitekin improving his time just a little bit. I think Lumbergummer gave up his time lap. I think we will definitely see an improvement from Bitekin over here. And it's gonna be a good one. 116, I'm guessing. Oh, just barely outside with 117.1. The first finishers are coming through, as I guess we have a lot of people just carefully pushing their last lap. But George Alonso right here. Oh, Lindsay also retired. George is really improving his current time. But interested to see what he is able to do on this last lap. No mistakes that he can afford right now. As we have a car going off track, almost causing George to lose it. Who was that? I think that was a Haas who just lost control. Yeah, causing George to lose a lot of time. Not really improving his positions. Just barely improving his time. DJ Panda, what will he do? I don't know. He won't really improve, no. Yeah, not even close. So now we are just basically watching or waiting for all the people to go into the pits. Into their pit boxes, I should say, before we load in. Whoops. Almost knocked over my microphone. Come on, Bicky. Any second now. There we go. Alright, and these are the standings for the race that we will have in a few minutes. It will be Lost Boy, Lumbergummer, and Daxi on P1 to 3. Then we have Dave, Janice, OK, Lindsay, Mattis, Arthur, and George to close off the top 10. Orcus, Bitekin, Amon, Vicky, and Raxon to close off the top 15. And then we have Jared, DJ Panda, Thug by Nature, Thomas, and then Wakey at the very back. Hello, can I join? I am sorry, Henry, but this is a full lobby for today. Oh, join the Discord, you mean? Let me see if I can fix you that. Second. I'm quickly looking for you, friend. Right, give it a moment. There is the link that should get you into the server. There you can just apply if you want to participate in these races. We have basically tiered races every day with a full team to help everybody get the correct racing experience, the best racing experiences. If you ever want to like commentate as well, they can just also say so. I can definitely help you further. But thank you for showing interest in this league, man. Really appreciate it. We are always on the lookout for new drivers. Anyways, we will be starting with the formation lap right here. I hope no mistakes will happen through the formation lap and the first lap of the race. After that, I don't care what happens. All hell can break loose for all that I care. Because that is what racing is about. Hopefully no major crashes or stuff happening during the formation lap, because that will mean all those drivers will start on the colder tires. But let's look at the tire situation, what everybody is starting on. At the front of the field, we have the top 4 starting in hards. For the rest, it's almost everybody on mediums, except for Arthur in P9 and Biteskin in P12. So I am going to be looking forward to see how all the racing strategies will work out. I'm really looking forward to it. A full grid is not something we see all that often here at ERS Racing League, so that makes it all the sweeter. And who is it that is just gunning it down? Is it Daxi? Yeah, Daxi, what are you doing, my man? All the way in the front. Yes, Daxi, who is starting P3, just doesn't want to wait. He just wants to go. Flying down the track. Guess not really warming up his tires, just getting some speed on him. And he will be the first to, I guess, go on the grid. Really odd to just see him launch himself, as you see all the other cars wiggling on the grid as all the cars are slowly arriving and lining up on the grid. This is a fun camera angle, though. Do not worry about all the disqualifications. Those will still have their opportunity to start the race, as everybody is just lining up on the grid. And it is Wakey who is together at last with, I guess, Thug by Nature. Start it all off. The camera angle is pretty horrible through that one to watch the lights go on. So we will be going on board with Lumbergumber as the lights are turning on here at the ERS Racing League. And it's lights out and away we go. So far, from what I can see, nothing bad is happening. But I can't see anything due to the camera. It is DJ Panda all the way in the back with a horrible start. However, everybody made it through the first corner from what I can see right here. A lot of people are trying to overtake people. In the back, it is Borkus, etc. We have cars going 4 wide, I thought. Yeah, 3 wide, going through. Slight contact. I don't think we have any damages, but people are being put in ghost form. A long train is forming in the back middle, I guess, of the pack, as we have people just scrambling for position. Same for Thug by Nature. And we have a car going off the track. And it is George who just went straight in the corner into the wall. This might be a safety car. I don't know. He still has part of his front wing somehow. But he definitely has to go repair that. He just went straight for no reason for what I could see. But it seems like DJ Panda is also struggling all the way in the back now, being overtaken by George Alonso for what I can see. Looking pretty close on multiple levels as we see Lenzi, who was looking to overtake. Okay, getting contact, sliding out, going off track, and finding himself losing 3 positions because of it. Daxi, in the meantime, overtook Lumbergumber, where Lumbergumber now is currently in P3. Borkas is losing a position to Lenzi back, as Lenzi is now once again slowly working his way forward back to the positions that he just lost. Vaitkin and Raxon fighting it out. So far it is Raxon who stays ahead. As we already have our first few people in the pits, it is DJ Panda and George Alonso. Both probably, I think DJ Panda also had front wing damage with which he has to repair. And George, I guess, overtakes him through the pits with a faster pit stop. Vaitkin and Raxon once again swapping positions. Raxon losing another position to Amon, who goes around the outside. And it is Jared who is now preying on that position of Raxon, who is slowly closing the gap. Raxon, however, is looking to snatch back that opportunity. Amon, however, bombs it around the inside of Vaitkin, and he makes it work with ease. However, Vaitkin is fighting back. He had the better exit. He had more speed, snatching it back. Same for Raxon, now side by side with Amon. Amon has the inside, but there comes Jared. Jared around the inside, and it is Raxon who loses multiple positions now after he fought them back. But it seems like Jared is gaining on Amon. Will Jared be able to do it through the first corner? I don't think so. No, he does not. He is retreating that battle and will wait to watch it happen another time. Jared is really looking to snatch that position. He is getting closer and closer through every corner. Sticking extremely close. It is just that DRS, or I guess the speedy part here, that he is losing a little bit. Borka's overtaken Bicky. Bicky losing another position to Metis, who bombs around the inside. Bicky cuts across the corner after thinking he didn't have the space, and it was Metis who just went wide, almost into the wall. Luckily, he saved himself from getting any damages. So that was a real close one. And it is still the same three-way battle. Raxon struggling to keep control of the car, sliding out here and there, snatching and into the wall. He caught traction on the part where he did not want to catch traction. And there comes Jared around the inside, slight contact, and he goes into the wall after bumping into Wakey. I think this has been Wakey making 2 drivers go into the wall. But Jared sadly has gotten some front wing damage with that battle. There comes Thug by Nature. He has more speed. He does have front wing damage as well, what I can see. So they both will have to repair their front wings at some point if they want to have a shot at getting some multiple positions. But it is Lumbergumber still looking at the battle happening in front. He has more speed. And there goes Lost Boy, losing not 1, but 2 positions around both sides. His cars go past him. Great battle from those so far. Lost Boy is losing another position to Janice, I think, who has more speed. And there comes Dave. Had way more speed than Janice and just bumped in the back of him. But causing himself to lose all the speed that he wanted to have to overtake. Daxi currently leading the race as we have OK losing not 1, but 2 positions to both V-carbs. Lanzi now setting the fastest lap all the way in P6. And it is Lumbergumber overtaking Daxi around the outside after Daxi, I think, lost it a little bit. It is Lumbergumber currently leading the race, starting P3, now in P1. As predicted, Jared is in the pits to repair his front wing. Hopefully he can keep that wing alive and in one piece. Bicky once again with a 3-second penalty. Daxi bombing himself around the inside. Slight contact with him and Lumbergumber. Lumbergumber sticking there. Lumbergumber doesn't have the speed. He now has to worry about Lost Boy, who has way more speed and overtakes Lumbergumber. Lost Boy was looking to overtake Daxi. Didn't make it happen though. He will definitely have an opportunity later on. Great train all the way from P1 to P8. We'll probably see some overtakes happen right here down this very long straight as DJ Panda just exits the pits a lap behind already. No overtakes happened down the straight, maybe through here. This is also DRS zone. And Lost Boy is looking, he is spraying, he is side by side. Doesn't make it work just yet. Staying around the outside. Matt is getting a 3-second penalty, sticking around the inside. Doesn't have the speed, but Lumbergumber does. Going around the inside now. Lumbergumber sticking there, doesn't have the speed, but there comes Janice. Side by side with Lumbergumber. No, not yet though. But you can see that everybody is showing themselves in the mirror. Everybody is looking to go for that gap. But it doesn't work just yet. Dave has been behind Janice for a long while. He has more speed. Doesn't have the space though. Around the inside here. We'll have to go around the outside. Slight contact with him and Janice. Janice cut across the corner right there to stay ahead. And just blocked Dave, who basically had the speed to make it work. But it just didn't want it to happen. Here we go, Daxi around the inside of Lost Boy, around the outside now, almost sliding out, keeping control of it, however. Lumbergumber is also side by side now with Daxi. We have a great battle going on right here. The camera is absolutely horrible, but there comes Lumbergumber with way more exit speed, overtaking Daxi, overtaking Lost Boy around the inside right now, is staying ahead. Slight contact between Lost Boy and Lumbergumber. Lost Boy losing another position to Daxi because both of them still have DRS and Lost Boy doesn't. Lost Boy now having to worry about losing another position, and he does not. Dave is sticking there though. Slight contact between the two, and it is Dave, I think, currently around ahead. No, never mind. Lost Boy finally gets a little bit of speed and is able to create a tiny bit of a distance, managing to stay ahead. However, Dave is sticking close. Dave is looking for that opportunity. He has been in P4 for a long while, and he wants to get ahead. Bicky losing 2 positions in the back. I think he spun out. Bicky losing another position to Thug by Nature. And Bicky snatching it back. And here we go, a slight mistake from Bicky, causing Thugman H to overtake him again, as Daxi overtakes Lumbergumber on the straight. Lumbergumber still doesn't have DRS. There comes Lost Boy. He doesn't really have the speed to make it happen right here. Bitekin getting a 3-second penalty as well. What are the penalties at right now? Let's have a look. So it is 3 seconds for Bitekin, same for Mattis, same for Thomas. Then we have 9 seconds for Bicky, 6 seconds for Rexon, and 3 seconds for George Alonso so far. Arthur and Dave in the back, trading positions. Bicky got disqualified just now for blocking the pit lane. I think he spun out trying to enter the pit lane. That will be the race for Bicky, our first DNF. Braxton also going into the pits. I think Bicky got disqualified spinning out, causing Rexon to have the pit lane blocked in front of him. I think that is the way the race registers it. Lumbergumber losing 3 positions just now in a way too messy scenario right there, with 4 cars struggling to go through the same corner. And it is Lumbergumber currently in P4. And now it is Lindsay in P3. Everybody about equally, like equal distance from each other. This is a great train. Here we can see Lindsay showing himself in the mirror of Lost Boy. Trying to put pressure on him, and it seems to be working. Lost Boy is losing a little bit of traction here and there. He is struggling with the correct amount of throttle. He does have a good exit, though. He is using his battery, I think, to stay ahead of Lindsay and Lumbergumber right behind. Lumbergumber looking around the outside. Dave getting a 3-second penalty in P6. Lindsay also got a penalty. I guess Lumbergumber around the inside. Slight contact with Lindsay, who was just weaving a bit, struggling to stay on the same line. And that is Lumbergumber, I guess, finding his way ahead and instantly creating an insane gap. Where it is Arthur who got real close to the back of Lindsay. Slight contact between them. It is Dave also trying to win that position at the same time. Still some contact between Dave and Arthur. Dave is staying ahead and Arthur falls behind. Arthur now has to worry about OK as well, who is looking, who is praying on that position. And it is Lumbergumber who spun out on the straight, getting front wing damage, I think. Yes, he did. I do not know what happened. The camera didn't show it from what I can see. But that is Lumbergumber out of the picture for podium, I think. He will have to go repair his wing and, of course, get some new tires. So he will definitely be losing a lot of time. That is not ideal for Lumbergumber. Here we can see both Williams trading positions and Dave overtaking Lindsay at the very end of the DRS zone. Multiple penalties being dealt out. Here comes Arthur. Both V-Carbs struggling, I guess, to give each other space while battling. A lot of contact here. More contact between Lindsay and OK. Lindsay being forced to go off track. Otherwise, he would just go into the wall. That was very, very rough to see. Both V-Carbs just battling it out with each other and just having it end up so, so dirty. That is not something that you want to see. Cameron did want to destroy the glory of Lumbergumber Winnicrest. Yes. Yeah, that was a big crash for Lumbergumber. But thank you for watching, Colidapple. Glad to have you here. Lindsay and Lumbergumber both in the pits. Both, I guess, going for repairs. Rexon getting a 3-second penalty as well. As we still have a great battle going on here between Arthur and Dave. OK is struggling to stay close behind. Struggling to stay within attacking range. But we still have a good battle for P1 and P2, and also for P3. This is a great race so far. We have our second DNF, that is George Alonso, who retired in the pits. But here we have Arthur trying to go around the outside of Dave. Doesn't make it happen just yet. Wakey overtaking Jarrett all the way in the back in P17. I think Jarrett spun out. Yes, he did indeed. Janice and Blyteskin, both Williams, swapping positions once again. And there goes Jarrett overtaking Wakey again because he went into the pits. Here, Lumbergumber with a 3-second penalty and Wakey retiring. This is our third DNF of the race, with a lot of interesting stuff happening. Daxi going into the pits. It is just Lost Boy leading the race currently, and Arthur looking to overtake Dave. And does he make it work around the inside? Almost loses control under the braking zone, sliding out, but he keeps control, but he does not get the position. He will have to do it next round, next lap, I think. Lumbergumber once again going into the pit. I do not know what is the reason for that. Is he retiring? I hope not. Lumbergumber is back out. I think he was serving his penalty that he received. Never mind, he did not. But let's have a look at the penalties currently. And it is 3 seconds for Dave, 3 seconds for Batescan, 3 seconds for Lindsay. Then we have 6 seconds for Metis, 3 seconds for Lumbergumber and Thomas, and Raxon with 9 seconds. And yeah, that is Lumbergumber with 11 lost positions. That is not ideal, but let's see how he is able to fight back through the field, I guess, to win all those positions back. We know he has the speed to make it work, but I don't think he has the speed to find himself in a battle for that, I guess, podium. If he does make it happen, it shows that he is the legend of the ERS Racing League. Here comes Arthur. Does he have the speed and space to do it? No, he does not. Dave is staying ahead on P2. Fightkin and Janice once again swapping positions, and Lumbergumber slowly working his way through. Thug by Nature is the first to fall. I guess let's go have a look at Lumbergumber, who is slowly but surely trying to catch up to Amon, who I guess just enabled his ERS to create quite the gap. Lumbergumber won it through the last few corners. Janice going into the pits. Daxi in P5 getting the fastest lap right now. We are on board with Lumbergumber as we can see him quickly closing the gap with Amon right ahead. Amon just struggling to stay ahead, trying to push as much speed out of him, but he won't make it work because here comes the DRS zone, and it is Lumbergumber already right beside him. And that is Lumbergumber with the fastest lap since he is on mediums, fresh mediums. He is gunning it down the track. He will now have to win 7.5 seconds compared to Borkus in P10 to find himself in the points again. However, Arthur doesn't make it work just yet. He is still behind Dave. Great defensive driving from Dave, making it work all this time. Thug Benager going into the pits in P15. I think the pit window might be coming up soon since we have 15 laps to go, and this is Arthur also going into the pits. Let's see if this pit stop is any good. Losing one position, I think he will lose another. Yes, he does. Here he goes. That was a really fast pit stop for Arthur. And he will find himself right back behind his teammate Lindsay. As I guess now comes a little bit of the boring part. As the field is this spread out, people have to try and close the gaps again or make mistakes. For any battles to happen, this is something that usually happens with a race with this much difference within skill. But it will definitely get interesting, especially with Lumbergumber, who just already won 2 seconds compared to Borkus ahead. So I want to go on board with him. Thomas with 3-second penalty. And what do I see here? It's Stuck by Nature overtaking Raxon with ease through the use of DRS. And you're goddamn right, it is. Oh, we have our two current race leaders, I guess. Lost Boy and Dave. P1 and P2 both in the pits. We will definitely see some interesting stuff happen as the entire front of the field is changing. You could see Janice going slightly off track. Will he also have an opportunity to end up ahead of Lost Boy and Dave? No, he does not, I think. Nope, he does not. But we do have Lost Boy within attacking range of Lenzi. Lost Boy, however, on the colder tires. But he is driving on the mediums, unlike, I think, Lenzi, who is on the hards. Daxi, will he be able to do it? I think he does. And we have our new race leader, and it is Daxi leading the race from lap 16. Woo! Lost Boy having to dodge Lenzi, who is really, really closing that racing line, as you can see right there. Still sticking on the track, no track limits. Lenzi struggling to stay ahead. Lost Boy has more speed, slight bumps between the two, causing Lost Boy to go off the track a tiny bit. But here we have the DRS zone coming up, and it will be going the way of, I guess, Lost Boy, who has the DRS, who has the speed. Here he comes. Any second now, he has created quite the gap. So he will have to wait for this one. But here comes another DRS zone. DRS is enabled. He has so much more speed. But Lenzi does have the inside. Never mind. Lenzi is behind Lost Boy. And it is Lost Boy in P3. Can see that Lenzi is not willing to let go. He is struggling to stay close. He is losing time here and there. But he is really, really trying to stay so close so he can get that DRS zone coming up. He is almost outside of the second. A will cut it pretty close. 9/10. Any second though. Yes, 9/10 behind. Outside of the second. Did he get the DRS detection zone though? He did. This will cause him to be able to close the gap on Lost Boy. Lightskin going into the pits, but I don't think it will be enough to get within attacking range. He will have another DRS zone coming up right here. Will it be enough to close the gap? He is gaining quick, but I don't think he will be able to make it work by staying within the second just now. No, he does not. He's still doing it somehow. Staying on the edge of a second. But I do spy with my little eye, and that is Raxon in the wall, apparently. That is not exactly what I expected. But that is some front wing damage for him. So he will definitely have to go repair that because he is just lacking the grip. He is lacking the downforce, as you can see him sliding out. But he is deciding to stay out once more. Having Thug by Nature basically give him a free overtake. Rax racking up another penalty by, I guess, touching the wall. But I don't know what is happening to Jared. His AI is driving for him? I think he disconnected. Never mind, he did not disconnect. He just got damage. And was about to get lapped. That is why. But I think he is going to repair his front wing once again. Yes, indeed. They're ready with a new front wing. And there we go. That is a new front wing fitted on the right, I guess, Papaya, was it, McLaren? And is winning quite some time on OK. Meanwhile, in the back, it was Lumbergumber who has overtaken Borkus. And Lumbergumber now finds himself once again in the points. But here comes Janice. Doesn't make it work just yet. Around the outside looking. While OK is closing the racing line off beautifully. Janus does have more speed, but he doesn't have the opening. But he will probably have one down this very, very long straight. It seems like Janus didn't have the best exit. He is able to close the gap, but he will probably go for the attack down the next DRS zone. Here he already comes. He has more speed. I don't think he is able to make it work. No, he does not. He is coming from too far away. But we might see an overtake happening any second now. Probably in this lap already. As you can see, Jan is really closing the gap. Force himself around the inside, side by side, has more speed. I think it is done for. Yes, indeed, it is. Jan is overtaken. Okay. For how long will he stay ahead? Jan has got the fastest second sector, showing that he has the speed through the entirety of the sector, together with the DRS that he received from OK. And that is Raxon, our fourth DNF, with a lap-wide virtual safety car. I do not know what happened, but I am guessing he found himself in the wall. Sadly, his car despawned through the corner that these two are about to go in. I don't think we can see anything. No, his car already got removed. But through this corner where Jared is going through, that caused the end of Raxon, who racked up quite the penalties. Had to pit a few times already, but that is a shame. This will allow the fields to bunch up a little, though. I guess for way more intensity, I guess a lot more overtaking opportunities. You can see that Mattis and Lumbergummer are both in the pits. Lumbergummer probably going for soft since we have 8 laps to go. Because if you pit under the safety car, in theory, you lose less time compared to when you pit without the safety car. I'm interested to see what the few people leading the race will do. You could see that Daxi was almost losing it. DRS has been enabled once again. The race is continuing. I think it wasn't really the best moment for everybody to pit, but now everybody is staying out. Lumbergummer losing 2 positions and quite some seconds because of him going into the pits. But now Lumbergummer is on fresh mediums instead of softs. 7 more laps to go. As we have Amon once again looking to overtake Mattis. As you can see, Lumbergummer showing himself already way in the back. You could see piece of a front wing just laying on the track right there. Pretty weird in that position. But it is Amon struggling to stay close, struggling to stay within a second. So Amon does get the DRS apparently. Also through the next zone right here, DRS is not open. Yes, he is. Okay, never mind. DRS is open as he is not even winning time compared to Mattis. Janice and OK still battling it out. OK overtook Janice in the meantime. And now it is up to Janice to win back that position again. Closing the gap, not enough though. Lumbergummer, however, in the back is closing the gap. And it will probably be enough as we go in a very long left-hander. And Lumbergummer has the DRS. Amon, however, closing the racing line pretty good. He doesn't have the speed. Janice overtaken OK in the pack in front. Here comes Lumbergummer. He barely has the speed. He does have the inside, causing him to win a lot of time compared to Amon, who is now once again behind Lumbergummer, who now has to work his way through. Went 3.5 seconds to find himself in the points again. Daxi, 3-second penalty. And I think it is Lost Boy who worked his way through the field and is now already within attacking range of Daxi. Let's see what the tire situation is at. Yeah, it is Lost Boy with 4 lap younger, fresher tires. Both are on the mediums, but it seems like Lost Boy is really squeezing a lot of speed out of them. Ooh, Daxi is struggling to find traction. You could see that he was getting a little bit of oversteer because he didn't get the proper traction. But here comes Lost Boy with the DRS. Doesn't make it happen just yet. He didn't want to commit. But he will probably commit through this next sector. Lost Boy almost losing it, keeping his car out of the walls. But it will be a close one. No, he won't be able to make it work right now. He will have to do it another lap. Probably next lap, unless he goes for the overtake through the long turn through Sector 2. Here we go. DRS is open around the outside, but he has so much speed that Daxi is unable to do much. And that is Daxi ahead, or Lost Boy ahead of Daxi. And we have another virtual safety car. I do not know who it is. I think it was Dave. Indeed, he is, I guess, struggling, and we do see some front wing damage. This is another virtual safety car, and this could mean that the 2 race leaders, I guess, have a good opportunity to hop into the pits. Will they go for it? Dave gets 2 penalties, 1 10-second and 1 3-second penalty. How many seconds is he at right now? Dave is at 16 seconds penalty. He has to watch out, otherwise Borkus will basically win a free position. Because he is now at 17 seconds, but he is losing time real quick. I do not know why. But everybody is staying out except for Dave, who's probably speeding in a pit lane, retiring. Yep, indeed. Dave is our 5th DNF. Currently P8, and he will go all the way down to P16. As we have whatever this is going on, real slow driving from Mattis, and Lumbergumber not being able to go for the overtake even though he really wants to. We have 5 laps to go. And the race has officially restarted, and Lumbergumber was ready to jump on the throttle. However, it is Mattis who is sticking around the inside. Lumbergumber had more speed though. But it is Mattis who does not want to let go. We know that Mattis had the speed to join some battles. Racking up penalties left and right though. But is he able to stay close to Lumbergumber though? That is a good question, because Lumbergumber is now already within attacking range of Borkus. Within a second already, and closing quick. Woo! Lumbergumber almost losing it, drifting through that corner. Gave a good opportunity for Mattis to go for the overtake around the inside of Lumbergumber. Didn't make it work. I think Lumbergumber created just big enough of a gap to stop Mattis for having a good opportunity to capitalize on that mistake. But they have DRS. Both of them, and Borkus does not. Through the next zone, we will probably see another overtake happening from Lumbergumber. DRS is open. Lumbergumber has more speed. I do not know who that was, but that is, I think, Red Bull, who it was stuck by nature, was in the wall. He does have front wing damage, but I don't think it will be worth it repairing because we only have 3 more laps to go, and that is Lumbergumber in the wall, sliding out sideways against the wall. No damage from what I can see, but he instantly lost a position again to Mattis. Mattis putting a great show, I guess, of instantly jumping, capitalizing on the mistake. But there comes Lumbergumber around the inside. Both of them have DRS. Lumbergumber just found way more speed. Here we go through this sector. It is Lumbergummer with the fastest second sector already on the back of Morcus. Around the outside. Is he able to make it work? Yes, he does. Bork is instantly closing the door for Mattis, who will have to make it work next round up. It will probably happen down this DRS straight. Bork is struggling to stay within the second. I do think he has the DRS though. Bitekin ahead, overtaking. Okay, but here we go. Borkus did get the DRS. Mattis will have the speed to close the gap a tiny bit. Won't have the opportunity to go for the overtake. Bork is already outside of the second. However, he did get the detection zone. And he is using that to stay ahead of Mattis. However, ahead we have Daxi struggling to stay close. Or struggling to stay within proper attacking range of Lost Boy. Lost Boy is making mistakes though, causing him to lose time a little bit here, a little bit there. Daxi sliding out almost, not getting the traction that he wanted to go for the overtake. He does have DRS though, so he is able to close the gap that he just made fall, close it back up again. I don't think we will be seeing an overtake appearing right here down this DRS zone. No, he does not. But Mattis has overtaken Borkus in the back. Both V-Carbs, P3 and P4, are not something that you see very often. Here we go, overtake from Arthur around the inside. Here he will have the outside, however. It is Lindsay trying to stick close. He is sticking to the inside. Arthur just has DRS and has way more speed. Here we go, another DRS zone I think coming up. Yes, indeed. It still goes the way of Arthur since he got the detection zone. And that is Lindsay already at half a second. Thug by Nature receiving a 3-second penalty as we go into the last lap of the race of today. I don't think Lumbergumber will win another position. He put on a great show. Slight contact between both V-Carbs. Lindsay bombing it around the inside, forcing Arthur to go wide through the contact, and Janice instantly snatching that position away. Now it is Arthur who lost his position because of Lindsay. However, with the penalties, I think Lindsay will lose that position either way. Yes, he does. He has a 3-second penalty. Mattis in the back also has a 12-second penalty. So that will be Mattis in P10. DJ Panda with the 12-second penalty. These are quite the penalties, but still we have some great battles going on. And for Janice now preying on the position of Lindsay around the inside. Has way more speed. Lindsay playing it safe, braking a bit early. Giving the space to Janice so he can try and attack through the next zone. He doesn't have DRS. Janice does. Lumbergummer with 3-second penalty. Ay, ay, ay. Does not matter much since Mattis has way too much of a penalty. And here we have our first finisher, and it is Lost Boy, who finished the race P1. Daxi finishing the race P3. Then we have the last few people, both V-Carbs, side by side, P4 and P5. However, Janice found himself just barely ahead of both of them. Here we go as OK drives past the finish line, and here comes, I guess, Lumbergumber. Slowly coming across. Had a great battle. Sadly, big mistake causing him to lose his chance, lose his shot at podium, lose his shot at the race win. But sadly, it did not matter. It will be Lumbergumber in P8. As we have Amon slowly going across the last corner. There we go. And then it will be Thug by Nature. And Jared to go across the finish line. Here they come. Jared and I guess Thug by Nature both, not mainly just Jared, weaving. And that is it with Thug by Nature closing it all off. Really, really interesting race. A bit dull at some points, but great battles all in all. Weizkin, driver of the day. He did find himself in constant battles and winning them. So, big props to him. But here we have Lost Boy, winner of today's race. With quite some power that he had in that car. Great, great, great race from him. And these will be the standings of today's race. It is Lost Boy winning the race here at Australia Grand Prix, with Daxi and Janice on podium. Then we have Arthur, Lenzi, OK, Beitskin, Lumbergumber, Borkus, and then Mediz, with who got a 12-second penalty, finding himself in P10. Then we have Amon, Thomas, DJ Panda, Jared, and Thug by Nature on P15. Then all the DNFs, it's Dave, Raxon, Wakey, George, and Bicky, who sadly got a disqualification. Not ideal, but still great race from all of them. Really, really impressive stuff. So thank you to all the drivers who were participating in this race. I loved every second of it. And thank you to all the people watching. I will definitely be back next Tuesday, commentating on Tier 3 like usual. Maybe some other tiers here and there if I find the time to do so. But once again, thank you all so much for watching. If you ever feel like participating in these races, join our Discord that you can find on all our socials or erestracingligue.com. If you ever feel like commentating, join the Discord. Just say you want to do so and I will gladly help you further. My name is Pixel Thomas. Thank you all so much for watching again, and I will catch